Hey everybody, Basement Tapes number 331. We're in the 79 season. It's baseball time. We're probably a little hungry, and we're getting over to this 1979 not tops, 1979 Hostess with the mostest baking situation, cards on boxes, trans fats, possible artificial flavors, artificial colors. We're high on sugars, and there's no stopping us. And there's a fever, then there ain't no cure after you've taken your first bite of Hostess action. I got three of them. I got Steve Garvey, who is a bit of a putz. So let's get over to TCDB. Nope, let's get over to Beckett OPG first, see what they have to say. 152 cards. $3.17 average value, $481, 75 cents total value, $200 to $400 for this set. We got some money here, folks, for these pieces of cardboard box, and they're worth some pretty good money here. So sneaky food issue here, late 70s. The cards in this 150 card set measure approximately 2¼ inches by 3¼ inches individually, or 3¼ by 7¼ as panels of tray. The 1979 Hostess set contains full color numbered cards issued in panels of 3 cards each on the backs of family-sized Hostess cake products. Scarcer cards are listed in the checklist below with SP. Although complete panel prices are not explicitly listed below, they would generally have a value of 20 to 25% greater than the sum of the individual players on the panel. The collectors who don't consider 1978 to be the most difficult Hostess set to acquire believe that the 79s are the toughest to get. The shelf life on the 1979 seems to be slightly shorter than other years. There is additional interest in Ozzie Smith, card number 102, since this card corresponds to his rookie year in cards. An album to hold these cards were issued. That's WERWERE instead of WAS. No rookie cards, 152 of these, a couple errors in there. We'll get to that in a minute, I'm sure. Top 3, is there a Nolan Ryan in here for anybody? Nolan Ryan, Ozzie Smith, and a two-way tie for third place between young George Brett and young Eddie Murray. Let's get over to TCDB. Oh, man, what buttes, 150 cards. 7.1 rating out of 13 votes. I believe it should be higher than that. Let's look at the teams depicted here. The Braves, Orioles, Red Sox, Angels, Cubs, White Sox, Reds, Indians, Tigers, Astros, Royals, Dodgers, Brewers, Twins, Expos, Mets, Yankees, Athletics, Phillies, Pirates, Padres, Giants, Mariners, Cardinals, Rangers, and the Jays. La Bleu. Errors and variation. Rod Carew here has a problem on card number 38. It's a tight shot, whereas card 38B has a little bit of a wider shot of him. So tight shot on his dicky versus a non-tight shot on his dicky, if you can buy that. The other one would be, let's see here, Bob Baylor, is it? Yep, Bob Baylor, 105A. Blue Jays looking all good there until we go to 105B, where his jersey's on backwards, his helmet's on backwards. There's all sorts of stuff happening. He even switched hands with his gloves. Everybody in the crowd behind him switched to the other side of the stadium, and he's mixed his chaw onto his other cheek from his right cheek. So what they call that is a reverse negative there, I believe, is the proper term. Hall of Famers, there's a lot of them. 27 to be precise. Rice, Schmidt, Palmer, Carter, Carew twice, Simmons, Gossage, Yount, Morgan, Necro, Seaver, Brett, Carlton, Perry, Sutton, Ryan, Smith, Stargell, Fisk, Murray, Jackson, Winfield, Bench, Sutter, Blyleven, and Eckersley. Let's get over to anything else in there. Nope, just the gallery, I guess. Well, we do have some inserts and relateds. We have a interesting panel there, not 3 across, but a 2-on-1 panel, L-shaped format, I guess they call it there in TCDB land. The gallery, here it is. There's John Denny, Cy Young Award winner for the Philadelphia Phillies, wearing his powder blue Cardinals uniform. There's Jimmy Rice in Oakland. Someday kids will say, "What's that stadium back there, Daddy?" And I'll say, "Are you sure I'm your daddy?" There's Bobby Mercer. He's at spring training, I think, in a Cubs uniform. He's just given up on the game of baseball at this point. Not full career stats, folks, but they can jam in about 6 years worth of stats here on the backs of these black inked on white bleached paper cardboard. There's Steve Garvey. We'll pass right over him. Mike Jack Schmidt. He's the greatest third baseman of all time. Says major league batting record since 1973. Lots of home runs, some triples in there, all that fun stuff. Schmidt was about to break it open and go bananas on the baseball league. Chet Lemon wearing those classic Chicago White Sox dark blues. Craig Swan, he's named after a bird. Lamar Johnson also in his dark blues, while Ted Simmons in his powder blues at Wrigley Field there. Ken Griffey still at spring training, hasn't broken camp yet, as they say. Freddie Patek, he's 5'4". Frank Tanana, the ace of those mid-'70s Angels teams, throwing out double-digit wins for 5 straight years there. Well on his way to the Hall of Mediocrity. Rich Gossage in Yankee Stadium. He's got a ring there. Bert Hooton, he's in Philadelphia, and that's Veterans Stadium in the background. Yellow seats of the 700 level. Nothing like that in the world, folks. The greatest place on earth to see a game at some points in one's life. Enos Cabell is a candlestick. He's got a tequila sunrise going. There's Steve from Mars. It's a caterpillar on his lip. He's left-handed. Can't be trusted. Reggie Smith, one of my faves from the 70s. Rick Dempsey, there's a cloud storm behind him. He's getting ready to do his rain delay tarpaulin shtick for the crowd there. Phil Gardner, he's got himself a flat hat. Rick Manning, he's at rare sighting of Cleveland Municipal Stadium. So kudos to our friends there in Hostess Land. All these baseball cards, unique pictures, I guess. Fidrich looks the same, but he probably always looked like that. All sorts of stadiums there. Bob Stinson with his Mariners batting helmet on. Willie Montanez, he's got himself a nice little satin starter jacket on. And Nolan Ryan, all business all the time. There is Ozzie Smith batting both sides, but this time only from the left side. Young Ozzie Smith, I should say. Eric Soderholm, Willie Stargell, he's also lefty. Bob Baylor, he's got lefty and righty things going on. There's Pudge at Yankee Stadium. George Foster wearing a non-licensed helmet for some strange reason. Keith Hernandez, powder blues. Oh, it goes on and on and on. We have Dave Revering, Richie Zisk, Butch Weiniger. Butch Weiniger, he looks pickled. Alan Ashby, Sparky Lyle in some kind of uniform there. Pete Rose also being airbrushed into a Phillies uniform. Looks like he's got half his powder blues on and half his home whites. Dennis Eckersley, he's got some sort of weird airbrush thing there. I just can't explain it. Looks like the cover of a Poco album. Dave Kingman played for everybody in 77. The Mets, the Padres, the Angels, the Yankees. Hit home runs for all of them. 26 total that year. Nobody wanted Dave Kingman for too long, I guess. Buddy Bell, Mike Hargrove, he's way in the back here for obvious reasons. Kuzman and Toby Hara, number 150 in this set of 150 plus 2 cards. So that's the 1979 Hostess. Enjoyable set. I'm hungry. I need a snack. Got some sugar withdrawals, and I'm going to go tap out right now. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate it.